If you're listening to this recording, it means I'm dead already. Oh, wait a second. Oh, that's a different recording. Here's what's coming up on The Nice Guys today.
Wait a minute. They told me this is the size. That was the one I ordered. Then I said, okay, well, obviously I need larger than that. So it's kind of like condoms. You know, you go in and you just buy the largest one possible, right? And you're like, yeah, that fits nice and snug. But for me, it's like I need to find the right. It's like Goldilocks, not fucking Goldilocks, but I just need to find the just right belt.
What are we going to do today? Same thing we do every day, Pinky. Try to take over the world. Oh, and listen to the Nice Guys on Business podcast, of course. Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your two favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
I'm not going to unmute you, and I'm not going to turn your camera on until you agree to the AI.
I think it's all part of the security a package that Zoom puts together. You remember when when Zoom got really big in 2020 during the pandemic, and everybody was, what was it called? Zoom bombing.
Oh God, that was so stupid.
Jumping in, and they were like writing, making like penis pictures on the whiteboard and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot the disclaimer at the beginning of this episode. The disclaimer was, and I was thinking about this, if you're listening to this episode, it probably means that me and Strickland are dead.
Damn, that's a new disclaimer. Although now I know exactly which opener I'm going to use from Steve O'Brien today.
I think I finally got the monitor and mic gain whole shenanigans all worked out. Do you hear me okay?
I hear you fine. You were a little quiet last week, and when I listened to the final recording, I was a bit hot compared to you last week. Yeah.
So it's normal for you to be a little hot, isn't it?
True. I definitely do run a bit hot. At least that's what all my girlfriends have told me. Yeah.
I remember when I think I saw a picture. Gosh, I got to go find this picture. We got this marketing program that we're working on, and the guy that's running it, Tom, asked for maybe some headshots of us. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so I typed in Doug Strickland selfie. I found the first photo that we took on episode number 1.
Oh my God, are you kidding? We actually took a picture on episode 1? I don't remember doing that.
I got to see if I can find it again.
You totally need to find that.
Let me see while I'm doing that, why don't you tell everybody hello and stuff?
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. My name is Strickland Bonner. On the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler. Sorry. I was running a little hot and running a little late. And so that I'm downloading the voicemails right now as we speak.
That is quite all right. That would be a big normal thing. When was the last time you downloaded the voicemails prior to the actual recording happening? Is that normal?
Oh no. I usually do it prior to the recordings happening, but it's usually like a minute or two prior. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I can't find this. I gotta find Doug Strick.
Wow. We totally need to post.
It was the best thing ever. We looked like two fucking little kids.
Yeah, I bet.
We were two kids. I remember I had to make you play the intro music so that.
Oh my God, that was so funny because you had to get in the mood. I was like, Doug, I'm just going to put it in later. You're like, no, you don't get it. I just need to hear it. I need to vibe. I'm like, okay, whatever. And we decided we wanted to record together. We didn't want to do it remotely because we really wanted to vibe together.
Right.
And then we realized, first of all, that we couldn't record together in the same room because the mics were bleeding over. And then we tried to do it in separate rooms via Zoom, but we were on the same IP address. And so we couldn't Zoom across the same IP address. It was a fucking shit show.
And then
more of a shit show than it is now.
Well, yeah, if that's even possible.
Right?
What had happened was you came to my house. So you lived about, I don't know, 30 minutes from me or something like that.
Something like that.
So you lived 30 minutes from me. as opposed to a 3-hour plane ride, which we are now. You live 3
Mm-hmm.
hours from me, 30 minutes from me, and you come to my house, and then you actually go to another room.
Right. I drive all the way over there so we could sit face to face and look at each other, only to sit in a separate room and do it separate. Yeah.
Shit, I can't find it. I can't find. Hold on.
You just had it earlier today?
No, not today. I just went. Oh wait, Doug.
The Mac can't tell you where it is.
I am looking. I'm just putting Doug and Strick in here. There's way too many things that my computer does, and one of them is trying to search for all of the shit that I got in my computer. God, how much stuff do you bring over? Like I know it doesn't happen for you very often, probably me much more frequently than you, but when you upgrade to a new computer, do you transfer everything over, or do you only bring things over as you need it?
No, I will dump everything onto a side drive and copy it, and make a list of programs that I need to install, and I do all that shit. I want my new computer to be as close to my old computer as possible.
I know.
I want it to be exactly the same if I can.
Minus the malware.
Right, exactly. 100%.
So that's another good question is when you upgrade a computer, are you doing it because you've run out of storage, you need more speed, or because you've got so much porn locking up your computer?
All of the above? I don't know.
I guess.
No, it's usually a speed issue, but I don't have space issues. I'll just buy another hard drive and get it bigger, clean up some shit or whatever. Yeah.
So this hard drive that I have, I don't even understand how, I had a Mac 512K. That was my first computer. So less than a megabyte. And then I upgraded to the 2 meg system that they have to get 2 megabytes of storage. And now instead of 2 megabytes, I have 2 terabytes of, but hold on, let me tell you about that. So I don't understand how this works, but I have hold on. It says I have 2 terabytes. I have 1.38 terabytes still available. And I've had this computer for a long time.
You have 1.3 terabytes still available. So you basically use 700 meg.
And I think of the
700 gig. Sorry, 700 gig.
Right. I think of the 700 gig, I think that probably 680 of it is probably programs, right? So not even because I don't store it. Do you store anything in your computer anymore?
Yeah, only because I like to have stuff. I mean, it's all up on the cloud too, but I like to have it local. Like a lot of our podcast stuff for our clients. Right. I keep a local file on my hard drive just because it's convenient. I like having it there.
Well, yeah. I need explanations about 2 things, and maybe you can help me with both of these because I think these are things that maybe just technology just evades me. Number one, what is the cloud? And secondly, is there actually still a Santa Claus? That is the other question.
Well, apparently I know what outro I'm using today now too. You just walked us right through it. I got the intro, we've got the outro. Yeah.
Yep, I got it. So as we're listening to this right now, which is recording this right now, which is a Tuesday, which is
my God, we're so early.
2 fucking days earlier than we normally record. Only 4 days after we recorded the last episode. Strickland is actually in Las Vegas right now, getting his H&B funk on, which is the hookers and blow funk on.
Well, by the time that people are hearing this, right now I'm still at home on Tuesday, but I'm flying actually on Thanksgiving. I'm thinking it's going to be kind of a slow, dead flying day. It'll be easy. I might get an extra seat on the plane to myself, which would be nice. But then I'm returning on Sunday, which is one of the busiest travel days of the whole fucking year.
Why the hell are you doing that? Why don't you come back on Monday?
No, I just got too much shit to do.
I got too much to do?
It's okay.
God.
It's all good. So if I stay another day in Vegas, I mean, it's just, I'll spend too much money and, do too many drugs and just can't afford it,
Well, isn't your daughter going with you or is that off the table now?
Yeah. No, she's going with me, but she goes to bed early. So
I'm as good as your daughter then. I go to bed at 9:30. Strickland, he's just getting ramped up at 9. Normally, so this is what's happened. So just so you get a glimpse in Nice Guy Community, so you get a glimpse of what happens when Strickland and I go to Las Vegas together. Now, we haven't been in a long time, but the last time we went, what would happen would be I would go up to the room around 9:30. Strickland would be changing to leave the room around 9:30.
Right.
I'd be getting up in the morning, and Strickland would just be going to bed.
Yeah, that's
just
it.
be coming to bed.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's good, because with one king bed, it was a good thing that we had. Good thing we had.
That's why we had to share it, because we couldn't sleep at the same time.
Share the room. Oh my God. I have absolutely no topics to talk about. I have nothing to talk about other than Thanksgiving is upon us. What is your plan for which buffet are you going to go to at the in Vegas?
It's funny you mention that, because we're staying downtown. I'm staying at the Plaza, so we can go scout for our turnkey meeting in January. And I found a couple of restaurants that are open on Thanksgiving.
Well, they're all open on Thanksgiving, aren't they?
Well, I found a couple specifically that are doing a Thanksgiving menu. I want to do the traditional Thanksgiving turkey and all of that good shit.
So you wouldn't do like a buffet and have that as one of the options on the buffet? You'd rather go to a...
Well, I'd be open to that too if it's a buffet, because a buffet would have turkey and stuffing, I'm sure. But, I thought I wanted to do like a restaurant, but I found a couple of restaurants that were decent and they have it. And I'm thinking, oh, yeah, it's going to be slow. No big deal. And my daughter's like, no, you ought to make reservations. And sure enough,
totally.
Like the 3 or 4 places that I looked, like they were all booked up. So we either going to do. We went to Bellagio. You went to the buffet, right?
Yeah, at the Bellagio. Bellagio, is that the place with the fountain? Okay. Yep. So we went to the buffet at the Bellagio, and we got in line at like 4:30 or 5 o'clock or whatever. And before we even got in line, they said, we're sorry, we're sold out until...
You're kidding? Like the buffet? Like I didn't even think
they would not take the line was too long, so they would not take new people in the line. They cut the line off 20 people in front of us. So we went down to the steakhouse and we had dinner at the bar
at 4:30. It was
something
already
fucking crazy. It was
nuts.
And all of Las Vegas was actually packed for Thanksgiving. I don't know that things have changed or if they have stayed the same. I think this was after COVID.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think it was.
I think it was just a couple of years ago. I don't think it was much longer ago than that, but it was like just as things started. Yeah, it wasn't fucking last year. Maybe it was 2 years ago.
I think it was 2 years ago. I think what we're going to do is there are a couple places a couple of nice restaurants, and they do have bars. And I think that's what we're going to do. We're basically going to walk up and say, hey, can we just sit at the bar and eat dinner? And one of them is actually Oscar's.
Yeah.
Which is probably where we're going to do dinner, because that's the nice steak place at the Plaza. And I'm pretty sure they don't even open till 5.
Okay.
So I'm thinking if we're there right at 5 o'clock, right, we'll just walk right up to the bar and sit at the bar.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be any problem getting a seat at the bar. It was like it was like the directed dinners, or the seated dinners. I don't think you ever have any problem getting a seat at one of the bars in Vegas. Although, last time I was in Vegas, which was for SEMA just a few weeks ago, I felt like I was underdressed, and I know that that's not the case, but I really did feel like I was underdressed. So just make sure you're wearing your good shorts.
It was only because you were staying at Westfield's.
Yeah,
and it was true. Barry Manilow was there, so like the whole fucking everybody there. The average age was probably actually older than you, which is pretty fucking old.
Pretty true. Pretty true.
Yeah.
And yes, that is pretty much unbelievable, but that is the reality of it. I will be experiencing my 59th birthday is coming up in just a few days after this episode airs. Damn. So that means that next year is the big 6-0 Strickland.
Damn, that's nuts.
You're shortly behind me though.
I am 6 months or so behind you. I'm 59, but I won't be 60. No, wait a minute. Yeah, I'll be. Hang on, you're going to be 59?
Yeah.
I don't even know how fucking old I am.
What year were you born?
58. 65. I guess I am 58.
Weren't you born in 65?
No, you're right. I'm 58. I don't even fucking know anymore. Yeah.
I think when you get past 12, you start to lose.
Care anymore.
You start to lose. You start to lose count.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we've put out a call to action last week, and I'm really curious how many people reached out to say they would like to be participating in our Vegas visit. Anybody?
Was that the call to action we put out? I don't even remember. We did get 3 voicemails.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe all three of them are new people that are interested in sharing information about how they're going to be coming to Las Vegas in January. Is that
Or
even
to see me
possible?
this weekend? Maybe they're there right now. Let's
That
see
is
if
true.
somebody has
Maybe they
called
got
to
in a
say,
little bit early. They've rented the red carpet now, and they are
Mhm.
ready to get out and welcome you officially. So, do you remember when we were growing up? I mean, like people used to get dressed up to go into airplanes. Do you
"Oh my God, right? No, fuck that. God, no."
TWA, Pan Am, and American, I think were the three big. I think United was like the new kid on the block.
Hmm. Yeah.
Southwest was just a glimmer in in someone glitter in someone's eye. Wait, no, that's the strip clubs in Vegas, glitter in someone's God.
I'm
You know,
looking on to
we could
see
act,
if like somebody on the Nice Guys on Business, if the Facebook group, if somebody like reached out there, because I haven't been to the Facebook group in
no,
ages.
I don't think so.
No.
I think that so many people listen from outside of our country.
Could be.
I'm not sure. Do we have anybody that, I mean, of course we have Emily and Erica and
Mhm.
Jared and Tim and Ryan and Sean and hey, Stephanie Sursland, if you're still listening to and Sunny Lake. Gosh, I haven't said that name in a
Oh
long
my
time.
gosh, Sunny Lake.
Stephanie Sursland just retired.
I saw that.
Yeah, Sean
Happy
said
retirement, Stephanie Sursland.
happy retirement indeed. Sean, if you're listening to us in 1.5 or 1.x speed, know that we are here and we are very proud of Stephanie making it to retirement day.
Absolutely.
Hey, also proud of the fact that I finished my air conditioner, installing the air conditioner in my 67 Ford.
Dude,
and
that had to be fucking complicated.
took it to the shop so they could charge it with refrigerant R134A. Did a little pressure and vacuum test. Passed with flying colors. Put the AC juice, the refrigerant in. It was about 82 today in Ojai. I turned the AC on and it was blowing ice cubes. It was very cool. It's very cool when a project comes together like that. I was very happy to see that it actually worked.
So I found out just recently there are these things in my Tesla called air filters that need to be changed on occasion. And
where it's probably a cabin air filter that
exactly.
can't be anything other than that. And it really can't. It's not like it's going to. I mean, it could deter lower performance if it's clogged up, but I don't think it would hurt anything if it was actually. Did you take it out?
Thank goodness that's the truth, because my car is about 5 years old and I've never changed them. So yes, they were quite black. But yes, you're right. They have not really deterred the performance. But I got to tell you, just changing the fucking air filters, what a huge pain in the ass. And
really,
as I was doing it, I still haven't put them back together yet. Like I put them in. I was actually working on it right before the episode.
No, not where are they physically with you, but where are they in the car?
Okay, if you're sitting in the passenger seat,
right,
where your feet are,
yep,
you pull a panel off the side and pull a panel from behind, and there's one screw, but it's like way up in the top that you got to pop it out, and it's a pain in the
What's
ass.
weird is why wouldn't they put that in a spot where it's serviceable, like on a routine basis, just like easy to get to? It's like they built the car. It's not like they were like, well, this is where we have to have it because this is where it always is. They fucking invented the car, right?
My brother, you are preaching to the choir. Trust me. I'm like, what the? Because the whole time I'm thinking to myself, and Doug is installing a fucking AC unit? Like, Jesus Christ, I don't even want to do this again. Like, I bow down to you, brother. Like,
can I tell you something? When I had to put the belt. So you have to get, there's I think 4 pulleys. There's the alternator, there's the fan belt, there is the water pump, there is the power steering, and then the AC compressor. So there's 5 like spokes, or not spokes, but 5 like rods that have to have a pulley, and then the pulley has a fan belt that goes around. So it's 2 belts. Just finding the fucking size. I literally ordered 6 of them from Amazon, not at a time, like 1, 2,
because
each one was the wrong size. And I kept saying, wait a minute, they told me this is the size. That was the one I ordered. Then I said, okay, well, obviously I need larger than that. So it's kind of like condoms, you go in and you just buy the largest one possible, right? And you're like, yeah, that fits nice and snug. But for me, it's like, I need to find the right, it's like Goldilocks, not fucking Goldilocks, but I just need to find the just right belt. And the right belt was 60 inches. Okay. So the 60-inch belt was the one that worked, but I had to go through the 53, 56, 58, 64. Then I overestimated 64, 62. And then I finally found the 60-inch belt was the exact right size. But then you have to adjust the belt after you get it on. And this is just like, I'm 90% done and just have to connect the fucking belt to it.
Mm-hmm.
So this was a project, but I'll tell you, it's one of those projects that you step back and you're just like, damn, that's pretty sweet. Go to log on to Instagram. I know you love to go into social media.
I do. I just love the social media. So
log on to Instagram, and then go to at Mustang Podcast. And for those of you in our community, if you would like to see the work that I actually did, I put together a 2-minute video just kind of sharing what the install looks like and not the different steps, because I didn't do like a time lapse, but this was the end product of what came together. So I don't know if you see it yet. You see
Mustang Podcast? I see like the posts, but I see
the last post. It's a picture, but it's a video actually. The most recent post, which is the one in the top left hand side of the screen, Mustang Podcast.
I don't know. What I'm seeing is the
the
blue Mustang.
Stand by.
I'm sorry. Do I have to do it as a wheel?
No, you did it right. I gave you the wrong information.
Is it the Ford truck one, not the Mustang one?
Exactly.
Yeah, you got too many fucking car and truck and.
I'll go here. I'll show you. So that you can
okay.
You can see it. Hold on a second. Let's go to.
Try again later. We restrict certain activity to protect our community. Based on your use, this action will be unavailable for you. Oh, that's
okay.
Funny.
So just so you can see it. So can you see that's the compressor? You see the compressor right there? So that had to be installed. See that belt that's on top of it? That's the 60-inch belt that was very challenging. All of those hoses that lead from the compressor over to the left side. I did put that gold thing in there too. Left side, all of that wiring had to be done. And so all of that inside stuff, excluding the engine, was all the stuff that I had to do. Then I had to put that little thing in the front, like the radiator looking thing in the front. And then, of course, on the other side, inside the truck itself, I had to put all of this stuff too. So
you need knobs, right? Like you got to be able to turn it on and turn it off.
You need vents. You need that little thing that's called vents. The evaporator underneath. No vents. There was no fucking vents in the car because there was no AC in the car. All of that.
Wasn't there heat? I guess the heat just comes through.
Heat just comes out through the exactly. There's like a little thing on the floor that it came out of.
For those of you who are listening and not watching the video version of this, which is all of you because we don't post the video, we're very sorry.
Sorry. It's okay. This is actually a show about us. We know that nobody is listening to this, so it doesn't fucking matter anyway.
So Ford Pickup Podcast on Instagram. That's what it is, Ford Pickup Podcast?
Yep, Ford Pickup Podcast. Please feel free to join our community and check out the install of the Vintage Air AC system. There. Finally, I got another commercial in for Vintage Air. This is good. I'm fulfilling my quota for Vintage Air. All right, let me get rid of that.
Why did they donate that air conditioner?
That entire unit was a part of my sponsorship deal.
No.
Yes.
God
everything.
Damn, that's a good deal.
Look, I parlay everything. If I can get something at no cost just for me to have to promote the hell out of it. And if it's a good product, it's so much easier to promote. That's same thing for National Parts Depot, who's a sponsor of the Mustang podcast and my truck podcast. It's like they have great products. I would promote that. I'd promote them anyway.
Yeah, I keep talking about Macallan Scotch, but they have not called us. And I'm not picky. I'll take like Still Austin or Jack Daniels or Wild Turkey or Maker's Mark or whoever.
There's a difference between want and action. You have to call them. You have to I know that's the part that you don't like. It's like the sales part. This is where I really excel. I don't like Scotch enough to care whether they became a sponsor. I like my car parts a lot, though.
Understood.
Between National Parts Depot and Vintage Air, I probably have spent, I'll say it quietly, $6,000 in car parts this year.
Shit, that's a lot.
I know that's a lot, but you know what? They've given me every cent of it, so it's like, why not?
And you're writing it off, of course, because that's you've got your podcast business.
Of course. Take your passion project and turn it into a business, and you fucking rock, man.
Exactly.
Okay, let's do this. We are 25 minutes into this episode. We are early on. Let's play the 3 voicemails and let's give back. You know what, Strickland? Let's give back a little to the people that we are thankful for in our lives. Let's give back to the nice guy community.
2 weeks in a row, we're going to do episodes that are less than an hour.
How long was the last episode?
Like 55 minutes.
Oh,
I think
no.
It was just shy of an hour.
Sorry, we can't do that. I didn't realize we did that last week. This one's got to be an hour and a half. Sorry. Now I actually have my neighbors are coming over. They've been out of town for a couple of weeks, and they're we're doing a happy hour with them. So margaritas in 30 minutes. So worst case scenario, in 30 minutes, I've got to be off of this and
Nice.
and already putting the chips and salsa in the bowl, because I'm providing the chips and salsa. They're providing the margaritas and tequila or the tequila and all of the mix and stuff. So outside on my patio tonight.
Nice.
What's the temperature in Texas today?
It's actually a little chilly. It's 50 right now.
Wow.
But it was like 75 during the day. So, it's nice. It's okay.
Let's see. It is 67 in Ojai. The high was 81. I said 82 earlier, but it was 81 today. Tomorrow it's going to be partly sunny and 75 degrees. It's going to be perfect.
Nice.
It is just a fucking This is the best place on earth to live.
I get
really
bored. I like the rain sometimes. I just get bored with the same.
I don't mind the rain.
all the time.
We get rain on January 4th for about 4 hours. That is it. We actually had some rain last week. We got a full day of rain. It was really nice. And when it rains here, you're encouraged, and you remember Baltimore. We've talked about this many times. Just like how it's just sucky. Summertime, wintertime, that cold blowing rain, that the combination between rain and snow, and it's like 33 degrees and it's horrible. I hate that.
No, so I like it here. It'll rain in Baltimore for 4 straight fucking days. And you're like, when is it going to stop? In Austin, it pours down for an hour and then it's done for 2 weeks, which is great.
All right, so why don't we do the voicemails here, and then we'll get out of here. We'll give our nice guy community a break yet another week. Did you forget to push the right
totally
buttons?
forgot to click the share sound button. Hey, but I remembered before I hit go.
That is very true. There's 17 buttons that Strickland has to hit before he's actually able.
And
to
if
do
Doug
that.
hadn't said anything, nobody would have been the wiser that I had forgotten.
Let's see. Looks like one of us has got to sit in on a meeting tomorrow. I can do that. 7 a.m. I'll do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ashley just sent us a text message. Her mother-in-law actually got hurt, so needs one of us to do the meeting. Unless you would rather do the 9 a.m. meeting, I can be there at 7 a.m. There's nothing happening in my life at 7 a.m. other than I'm having my coffee.
I appreciate that. No, I will hopefully be.
That's right.
I'm supposed to go to yoga tomorrow morning. I missed tonight. I was going to go tonight. That's why we backed up our recording an hour, but I ended up.
No problem.
Ran an errand and it was too long, but that's okay. But I want to go in the morning. So.
All right. Add it to my schedule. Okay.
All right. Are we ready?
We are ready to go. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Wait, you're not showing it though.
Are you hearing it? So are you saying that I've shared the wrong screen?
Yeah, you got the wrong.
Okay, so nobody else will know. I'm going to unshare and reshare only because if I'm sharing the wrong screen, it means that when we're playing the voicemails, there's a good chance that I'll be browsing the internet, and I don't want you to see browsing.
I understand. Yeah. So but I did hear it. Does that mean it was captured as a part of the recording?
Absolutely. If you heard it, it was captured as part of the
Nice. Okay.
the
I did.
episode.
I did hear it. And I appreciate the fact that you actually were the instigator interrupting between the theme song. I was gonna actually interject with one thing, but I can wait in between voicemail since we've already got a spacer filled.
So you're going to wait to
Yeah,
interrupt
I'll wait.
after the first.
Yeah, at some point you will hear an interruption by me. Hey, how about Mr. Ron Klain? Mr. Ron Klain, he sent me a message this morning. I don't know why that picture of that Missouri Supreme Court guy was reminding me of Ron Klain, but my good old buddy, former chief of staff for Joe Biden, was named chief counsel for Airbnb. Is that correct?
That is absolutely correct.
Wait, Ron, I got to send him a message just congratulating him. You know, I try to keep up with him and his 3 kids because I did all 3 of the kids' bar and bat mitzvah entertainment. We had such a great time. He was such a great guy. You would not think that he was one of those, head muckety muck guys in the government. But not only was he Biden's chief of staff when Biden was VP, but he was his chief of staff, and he was like the Ebola czar or something like that.
Some weird shit like that, yeah.
And then he was chief counsel for America Online for AOL for a long time too.
Interesting. I had no idea that was the case.
Yeah, but you know what? His house got a little too crowded. He had all of those CDs that were at his house. He couldn't store any more of this. How many of those CDs did you have?
Oh my God, so many. So many. I used them for frisbees. Yeah.
You got those AOL CDs in the mail like every other day. I got more AOL CDs than I got Columbia House subscriptions.
And they're probably collectibles now. They're probably worth hundreds of dollars.
I bet. That is so funny. All right, go ahead and play voicemail number 1.
Okay, here we go.
Hello, Doug. Hello, Strickland. That was this is Emily, by the way.
Thank you.
That was a very fun episode to listen to this week, and I thoroughly enjoyed Doug's 3 calls that he forgot every single time to introduce himself. I had no idea who he was the first one either. I was like, who is this person?
Don't know.
Like, is Jared horribly sick with the plague? But turns out it was Doug. Also, I just wanted to say on the dry cleaning topic, so listen to this. Remember I told you Jason wears the same suit for every occasion? Well, he was planning to do that for my cousin's wedding.
Hold on. Let's stop here for a second. Didn't we already play this?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because last week was the first week back, right?
Right.
And you left 3 voicemails.
Right.
We haven't had an episode since then, have we?
I don't know.
Now you're making me question myself.
This is like deja vu. I thought I remember her saying that she had some information about the dry cleaning thing. I thought we'd already listened to that, but
no, these were uploaded on the 17th of November, so I don't think so. No.
What's today?
20th.
Okay. All right. Keep going. Sorry, Emily. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
Okay.
Tomorrow, we're leaving right now, going up to Maine, and he looked at it, the night before we were supposed to be leaving and found that it had not been dry cleaned last time. So that was an unpleasant surprise. He did end up having to go out and buy something, which was not a suit, just like a super cool blazer and khakis. I don't know how you men do this. Anyway, that's that story. Also, it's way cheaper here to get dry cleaning done. It was like $20 for the suit. I mean, that's just amazing. I thought that was a good price. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you so much for all the shout outs on my show and the reflection episode. And just to answer your question, Doug, I feel like Q4 is when I just start to figure out like what went great this year and what sucked. And what do I not want to do next year? Because it takes me a little bit of time to kind of like let everything simmer and let everything percolate before I just jump right in. Otherwise, I end up making really bad decisions with my life. So, all right. Can't wait to hear what's in this episode. I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. As always, have a great day.
Any more comments on that before we move on to the next?
I swear I've heard that message before. That's all I'm saying. And I didn't, you know what? I think I know why. I think I may have listened to that message by mistake. Because I usually just put them right in the, you know what it was? Okay, here, something strange happened with my voicemail. So last week, when voicemails started coming in, there were several that were no message left.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a call, and the call went to the end of the voicemail, and then it said transcription not available.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it was. I listened to those couple. I don't know whose phone number it was because it was not a recognizable number to Google, and it was in this country. But I guess the first one that I listened to was that one, and maybe I just listened to the whole thing. I don't remember. I can't recall why I feel like I listened to that message last week. I don't know.
I just don't know.
Okay. Voicemail number 2.
Okay.
I'll interrupt later.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Kirk. Jared here. So you guys are back together again, baby. Good hearing you.
Of course.
You guys were talking about Mike Rowe and the money he's making per episode and all that stuff. And then Doug, you actually nailed it. These guys were all big before they're movie stars or TV stars.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got into podcasting, so they had a natural, huge following just come right over with them.
Hate that.
And that definitely played a role. And this is going to be kind of a weird voicemail because I've listened so much that I'm now going to address the voicemail from Doug, the random dude calling in. I'm like, who the fuck is that?
Who is that?
Yeah. You introduced yourself in the beginning, so all of us people listening know. And I think it's funny as hell. You didn't even realize it was you, but
No.
and you just said that must be my morning voice, and it sounded like you was still half asleep.
Probably.
Anyways, guys, appreciate you and love getting you back together again, and I'm enjoying the episode today. So, talk with you soon.
Nice.
It sounds like, as opposed to most of the time, I don't enjoy the episode. That's what I got from that, just from that inflection there. It's interesting. I know how to be a co-host or host or whatever you want to call what we do with each other here. And I think I come to the table ready to go. And I think that there's a lot of components of being a good co-host. You keep the conversation going, you introduce new topics, you complement the topics that you're hearing, you actually have an opinion about something, even if you're making it up on the spot. All of those things you have good questions, you have good answers. All of those things are good things for a podcast host or co-host to be able to do. On the rare occasion that I would leave a voicemail, keep in mind, everybody, I'm clueless what I'm supposed to do. It was obvious. I didn't even think about introducing myself. It wasn't like, hey, they'll know it's me, so I'll just lean into this. I'm like, fuck no. I just didn't even realize there's no like, is it primer or primer? What is it? Is it primer? Is it primer? What is it called when there's like a little instruction booklet? What is
We've
that?
had this discussion
many times.
many
What
times,
is it?
too many damn times.
What is it?
I
Primer
call it
or
a-
primer?
I call it a primer. Like primer is what you put under paint, but a primer. But I don't know what the actual official answer was the last 5 times we discussed
No,
this.
I think you're right. We call it something different. Data. I don't know if it's the same or different or mispronounced or correctly pronounced. There is no instruction booklet for being a proper call-in guest, a call-in person for a podcast. So, Jared, maybe there could be maybe we create a lead. Oh, that would be a good idea. Create a lead magnet for how to, and a landing page for how to actually be a good podcast call-in guest.
I like it.
Could be interesting. Okay, while you are playing voicemail number 3, I'm going to find something very interesting that I actually have in my Google Drive. I just have to find it. I don't know how to do
Okay.
a search in here. I'll just look through all of them. Okay. Anyway, go ahead. Play voicemail number 3.
Okay.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Strick. Jared here. Voicemail number 2. So, we got 3 voicemails from Doug. Amazing. And no, I didn't call in, mostly because I listened, wasn't able to, and then forgot what I was going to say when I called in. But anyways, back to this story. Doug, you're talking about suits again. Fucking suits!
I know.
Okay, so I can't address Strickland, and maybe he addresses it, but I think that voicemail finished. Anyways, I had to call, so I paused the thing and called you. I don't break it down on the dance floor, first of all. Second of all, when you wear a suit 4 or 5 times in 10 years,
Oh God.
There's plenty of time between those times you wear them that gravity's going to pull the wrinkles out enough.
Oh,
Don't give
what
a
about
shit.
the stink?
If somebody doesn't like it, still don't give a shit. Oh my God, dude. This is hilarious. All right. Anyway, guys, love the show. That's my 2 cents. My addition to the suits again. All right, guys. Appreciate you.
I thank you, Jared. I was thinking not the dirt. Yeah, I understand gravity could pull the dirt right out. Just after a year, I think gravity usually does pull the dirt out, but nothing pulls the stink out. nothing at all. Okay, if you stop sharing your screen, I'm going to share my screen with you. And as soon as I share it and it comes onto your screen, I want you to read the red letters at the top of the page. All right, are you ready?
Okay.
All right, here we go. And I don't want you to, no judgment. I just want you to share. I just want you to read it.
Okay, the red letters?
Yes.
Oh yeah, 12 worries every entrepreneur has, or they are lying.
Strickland.
That's the link that we still put into our show notes.
Well, we don't anymore because I think I told you to. I think you've just eliminated most of the show notes, right? Haven't you? Didn't you do that? Aren't we down to
Yeah, but it's still in the footer, and I think you gave me a different link. Like you said, there was a Huffington Post version or something.
Oh, okay. All right. So you actually put it in there. Okay. So I don't know if you know, but I'm writing my next book. I don't know if you know that's my next book is happening. It's the compilation of all of the relevant blog posts that I wrote for Huffington Post over the 3 years that I've written it. And as it turns out, it's 135 pages of blog posts. And that's
a lot.
135 pages of regular, like 8.5 by 11 sheets. So this is going to be like a fucking 200-page book. So under every blog post that I wrote, I'm putting 3 things. I'm putting a summary of what the blog post is about, the lessons learned from the blog post, and an action item so that you can take action on actually helping you get to the next step. In whatever part of your career that you are, whether you're coming to this for relationship advice, good luck with that. I've had 2 relationship advice, business advice, or just advice about life in general. So I ran across this post today as I was doing my editing, and I'm like, there's that fucking post. There is that post. I'm not going to read any of them because we don't have any time today, but just so everybody knows, when the book comes out, it will be one of the posts that is in the book, and your job is going to be to find it.
So I got to ask, what is the goal of releasing another book?
I don't know yet. I know we always start with the end in mind. What's the end game? What do I hope to achieve with this? I don't know in this particular case. I because in my brain I had my 2 books laid out, or at least in my brain I had the 2 books that I wanted to write. First one was going to be called Nice Guys Finish First, as opposed to Nice Guys Finish Last, and the second one was going to be called Yes, More Mr. Nice Guy, as opposed to No More Mr. Nice Guy.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So another play on words. I just didn't have any of the content for that. Now I may have to rethink the title based upon the purpose of the book, which I don't really know what the purpose of the book is yet. So what would be the end game? I mean, it would be get more business. It would be relationship advice. Like, what's your thought?
Look, for me, it would just be suggesting that the cover of the book is you in Alice Cooper makeup on the cover, like making fun of Alice Cooper of Yes, More Mr. Nice Guy. That would be worth it 100% for me. But outside of that, honestly, I don't want to be cynical.
I know.
But it's like
what's the point?
Right. Like, how much money did you make on the first book?
Well, okay, let's look at that. Strickland, I will.
Did you actually? I'm asking the question, assuming that you didn't. That's a bad assumption to make. I should not assume that.
I am not casting dispersion upon your comment that you made about how much money did you make on the first book, meaning you didn't make any money on the first book. I would argue the point that we would not be here doing this show had I not written the first book, which means if we were not here, we wouldn't have Turnkey. We wouldn't have the community. We wouldn't have, by the way, Nice Guy community. As we approach Thanksgiving, I would like to give thanks for one special thing in my life, and that is my partnership with Strickland Bonner. I give thanks for my partnership with Strickland. For without him, all of these lessons that I have learned in my life over the last 8, 10, 9, whatever years of doing this fucking show with Strickland would be fallen to the wayside. So I don't know, Strickland, I throw it back to you.
Okay, that's a good point. You got me on that one. On that one.
So if I have the same level of success with book number 2 as I did with book number 1, where would we be? Because, Strick, don't you go along for the ride? Aren't you coming with me?
True. Good point. Okay. So we'll be starting company number 2, and it will be at least as successful as Turnkey, if not more so. So, okay, I'm down.
I would say so. And Strickland, other than Turnkey, I mean, let's look at just a couple things. In the last 9 years, I got divorced, so you got divorced. It's pretty true. Okay. I bought a couple of pieces of commercial real estate. You know what? You have a piece of real estate, a piece of commercial real estate. All of these things. I don't know that any of these things would ever have happened. Would you still be at the agency? Jesus, did you see the post that David Sherman put out on Facebook? He had to have some surgery because of his diabetes. He lost some toes. He had to, oh God. I feel really bad for David, but look, you could be the guy without the extra appendages if you were still at the agency. How would you feel then?
Oh my God! Thank God I'm not at the agency anymore. That's for sure.
I mean, look, it's the way that I'm looking at it, everybody that used to work at the agency is losing their digits. It's that simple.
It's really funny. I actually had a conversation with Chuck Miller last night over Facebook.
Isn't he in Florida?
Yeah, he's in Florida. Yeah. And so Chuck Miller was a keyboard player and a singer in one of our bands. He sang at my wedding. He sang the last song at my wedding. And, he and I, like, every couple of months, like, he'll find something and message me. But it's like, 1 or 2 messages back and forth. We don't really talk that much. But last night we got into a very nice long conversation about music and about bands we're playing in or things that we've done. And I was watching this interview with Nuno Betancourt, who you probably don't even know who he is, a guitar player for Extreme. And it was really nice. It was a very nice conversation.
More than Worms Extreme?
More than Worms, yes. More than words, actually. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So who knows where any of us would be? So I would say, let's write the second book, Strickland.
Okay.
Let's write
I'm down. You just let me know what you need me to do to help.
I know. Encourage me. Just encourage me. If you encourage me to finish, it's art. The book is already written. I just need to format it, have it edited, come up with a cover, digitize it. Strick, would you be interested in reading the book?
If you like, I'd be happy. If you're
looking doing the audio version.
Ooh, like reading it aloud.
Yeah, you'd be the audio guy.
Dude, I would be honored to do that.
You would be a great guy. Your voice is so distinct.
You're just saying that because of how much you hated reading your first one.
That was the worst.
You're just trying to dump it on me, which I'm fine with. I would take on the challenge. I would appreciate it.
Fucking hated it. And the instructions are so simple. Okay. The book is written and they write it and they print it out on 8.5 by 11 paper. And they give you a very well lit room and a very nice microphone. And they put this wonderful producer in the recording booth that's right across from you, doing the production. The instructions are very simple. They are just a few words. Read the That is it. That is it. And yet somehow I managed to fuck up pretty much every page of the book because I'm reading the book and then my brain is starting to go in a different direction. And I'm thinking, well, I really should have said this. Like, no, that's not a choice. It is read the book. So yes, if I write this book and it actually happens, would you be open to actually recording it?
I would be totally open to recording it. I would be honored to be asked, and I would probably put in, and I would certainly give you the option to cut them out if you like. I would have to put in my own asides. Like, I'll read the blog, and then it'll be like, this was the message, and this is what I got out of it. And then it'll be Strickland's aside. What did I get out of it? And then you can, choose to take or leave my personal aside. You could just call it a bonus with the audiobook that you don't get with the written.
That's right. Well, what's interesting about it is while you did not participate in the writing of any of the blog posts,
Mm-hmm.
you were present for every one of the blog posts, because as I was writing the blog, I was still doing the podcast. And now, and even though we didn't do subject matter on the podcast that related to the to the blog posts, I remember coming to the podcast almost weekly with my I gotta write another fucking blog.
Oh my God, I remember that, right? I remember when you were
worst.
like, God, why do I keep writing this fucking blog? It's like, it's not that many words, but God damn, I just dread it every week.
300 to 800 words once a week, and Monday morning at 7 a.m. it was due, and every Sunday at midnight I'm like, what am I fucking writing about? What am I writing about? And every one of these, with the exception of maybe a handful of the 100+ posts that I had written for Huffington Post, were that same level of anxiety. And you put me on a podcast and you say, okay, just go ahead and speak for the same length of time. I'm like, fucking A, that's easy. It's 1,500 episodes later. 100 blog posts versus 1,500 episodes of the Nice Guys. We still haven't run out of shit to talk about. But on the blog, oh God, don't ever ask me to write another blog post ever fucking again.
I love it. I love it. I would be happy and I would be honored to be asked to read your book. Yes.
Well, it's done. I'm asking you to read. Now you've just got to find the 6 hours in which you don't have to do it all at one time. But after you read it, then we got to get it to an editor and have them do their thing. But yeah, man, I think that would be really cool. And I'm thinking about, who am I going to get to write the foreword? Like, who is the most famous person that we know?
I mean, Jeffrey Gitomer is pretty big, I think. Now, do you think you want to go bigger than that? Like, I don't think Ariana Huffington's going to write it. Right?
She doesn't know me well enough. Jeffrey probably would write it, but could I get John Maxwell to do
That'd be big. That
He's
would be
actually
big.
going to be a guest. Could I get, now that I'm going to be friends with Stephen Covey, could I get Covey to write it?
Yeah, but it's Stephen Covey Jr., right? Isn't it his son?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's not as cool. For me, not as cool.
Okay. Well, you remember I was going to write the book Son of a Salesman, Lessons Learned from Being the Son of the World's Greatest Salesman. And it was going to be me and every, what are there? I'm blanking on everybody's name. What are Tracy, Brian Tracy's son, Michael Tracy, Zig Ziglar's son.
Right.
Yeah, it was going to be all of those guys. And I'm like, I know all these guys. Maybe I should write that book. I'm like, no, I'm not going to write that book. I'm just going to rehash all of my blog posts, because this will be even more fun.
Mm-hmm.
Any more voicemails?
Yeah, that would be good. I'm curious, when somebody asks to have a foreword written for their book, right? Like, I'm trying to remember where I learned this. Has anybody ever asked you for a reference letter?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So when in the past,
yeah, could you write that for me? And
when I was asked for a reference letter, I'd be like, okay, sure. And then I'm like, fuck, I don't fucking want to write this, right? Somebody suggested to me, this is the best fucking suggestion ever. They said, do me a favor. You write it.
All right.
In my words. Now, I'm going to look it over.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure I'm okay with it. And I may change some things, but I'm telling you, if you ask me to write it, it's never going to fucking happen. Like,
I know.
Fuck, whatever. But if you write it in my words, then I'm honored to take 5 minutes and tweak it. And then you can make sure that it says exactly whatever the fuck you want it to say.
Yeah. I mean, yes, but like, no thanks. Right? Yes, but no. If Jeffrey Gitomer said to me, hey, look, I'm happy to, you go ahead and write it in what you feel like would be the words that I would use, and I'll go ahead and edit it and put my name to it. Mm-hmm. I would be hesitant to say, I would say, hey, thanks, let me think about it. And then I would start doing my search for somebody that actually will spend a moment or two putting their time into it. Because I really think that that's what it represents to me. It's I respect you enough to put the time into putting a forward together for you.
And I agree with that. And I think I would agree with that sentiment for the forward for a book. I'm just curious of how many times if you've seen like forward from Stephen King, right? Or these fucking monster writers, do they actually write it?
Well,
do they even read the book?
There are pay for play forward writers where I don't know if Stephen King, when Stephen King puts his pen to the beginning of your book as a forward, believe me, that's going to sell some books.
Hell yeah.
As said by Stephen King, this is a great book and pick it up and read it. This is a must read. Well, is that worth any money? If Jeffrey said to me, hey, look, not only will I write your forward, but I'll help you promote the book, it's 10 grand.
Interesting.
Like, I don't know that I would say, again, I need to think about that, because the purpose of this book is not to make money. The purpose of the book is the introductions that it's going to help me get. The fact that I have a second book, whether it's a bestseller like my first one or not, irrelevant. The fact that I've written the second book, it's like getting past that 10th episode on your podcast. I think a lot of people get to the 10th episode, but I think going beyond the 10th episode, I think is very rare. The second book is a rarity.
And as much as I hate to say it, and I'm only going to say it because I don't think Jeffrey's actually a listener. When I was, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, before you met him, I had read the Little Red Book of Sales.
Yeah, me too.
And like the little blue book of, like, he had his whole series, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy's a fucking genius.
Yep.
I don't know that he holds the clout that he used to.
I don't know that he does either.
I think the information is still incredibly relevant. I think it's great information, but you throw the name Jeffrey Gitomer out now, it's like, it's not as recognizable as Gary Vee or Arianna Huffington or Ann Harris. Or,
you just gave me some ideas with those. If I could get a series of people to give me a quote about the book, like if I get Gary Vee, Arianna Huffington, Ron Klain, John Maxwell, Jeffrey Gitomer, all to give me a quote for the book, fuck the forward. Strickland, you write the forward. At that point, I will accept you're reading the book and giving me the forward. I don't know. I don't know how important the forward is if you're not looking for the book to be the central focus point on where your success comes from.
I agree with that.
All right, it's margarita time here in the Sandler Flazanes household. Let me run here, but
and the one thing I wanted to mention, and this will be very quick.
Yeah,
are you familiar with Arlo Guthrie, Alice's Restaurant?
Of course.
So I'm hoping that all of our listeners took the opportunity to listen to Alice's Restaurant yesterday on Thanksgiving, which is what you need to do. You have to listen to Arlo Guthrie's Alice's Restaurant once a year on Thanksgiving.
I did not know this.
You don't remember the story? The story, like it centers around Thanksgiving
and Alice's Restaurant. I did not. I did not know that. You can have anything you want except Alice. That's all I know.
Alice's Restaurant. But the whole story was based around him throwing the trash away, and then it was Thanksgiving Day, and they're sitting down to a Thanksgiving dinner, and the cops come and arrest him.
I had no idea.
You totally should listen to Alice's Restaurant on Thanksgiving.
And now you know the rest of the story. Good day. All right, everybody, happy Thanksgiving. Listen to Alice's Restaurant by Arlo Guthrie and enjoy your Thanksgiving. Strickland, you have enjoyed your Thanksgiving because you're now on Friday. I'm hoping you're enjoying your family. Strickland Bonner, I am thankful to have you in my life. Lessons learned and success made with Strickland as my partner. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being my partner.
And I am thankful to have you in my life and thankful that you are my partner as well. And I will be close to you in Las Vegas, but not close enough to stop by and say hi. I'll see you in January.
Completely understood. I would not come and see me either. In the meantime, we are thankful to have this guy, Steve O'Brien, who is going to take us out of here.
The nice guys want to hear from you. Call 4242 DJ Doug and ask any questions you like. Well, except about the cloud. Nobody understands the cloud. Don't bring up Santa Claus either. Doug's still a believer. If I die, you guys are going to feel like crap.